In the previous video, we talked about the announcement of US scientists regarding nuclear fusion breakthrough. In this video, we will learn about the microplastic found in human blood samples. So, let's get started. For the first time, scientists discovered microplastic pollution in human blood with the tiny particles found in nearby 80% of those tested. The discovery demonstrated that the particles can travel throughout the body and may become locked in organs. The effect on health is still unknown. However, researchers are concerned because microplastics have been shown in the laboratory to harm human cells, and air pollution particles are already known to enter the body and cause millions of premature deaths each year. Massive amount of plastic waste are dumped into the environment, and microplastics are now contaminating the entire planet from Mount Everest summit to the deepest oceans. The researchers examined blood samples from 22 anonymous donors, all of whom were healthy adults, and discovered plastic particles in 17 of them. Half of the samples contain PET plastic, which is commonly used in beverage bottles, and the other third contained polystyrene, which is used to package food and other products. A quarter of the blood samples contained polyethylene, which is used to make plastic carrier bags. Our study is the first indication that we have polymer particles in our blood. It's a game changer, said Professor Dick Withak, an ecotoxicologist at the Netherlands. However, we need to expand the research and increase sample sizes, the number of polymers evaluated, and so on. Several groups are already conducting additional research, he said. It is understandable to be concerned. The particles are present and are moving throughout the body. Previous research had shown that microplastics were 10 times higher in baby feces than in adult feces, and that baby fed with plastic bottles swallowed millions of microplastic particles per day. We also know that babies and young children are more vulnerable to chemical and particle exposure in general. That concern me greatly, he added. The new study published in Environment International adapted existing techniques to detect and analyze particles as small as 0.0007 mm. Some blood samples contain 2 or 3 different types of plastic. To avoid contamination, the research used steel syringe needles and glass tubes, and they tested for background levels of microplastic using blank samples. Withak admitted that the amount and type of plastic in the blood samples varied greatly. But this is a pioneering study, he said. He speculated that the difference could be due to short-term exposure before blood sampling, such as drinking from a plastic-lined coffee cup or wearing a plastic face mask. The big question is, what's going on in our body? Do the plastics stay in the body? Are they transported to specific organs, such as the blood-brain barrier? And are these levels high enough to cause disease? We urgently need to fund additional research to find out. The Dutch National Organization for Health Research and Development and Common Seas, a social enterprise working to reduce plastic pollution, funded the new study. By 2040, plastic production is expected to double. We have a right to know what is happening to our bodies due to all this plastic. Common Seas, along with more than 80 NGOs, scientists, and MPs, is requesting that the UK government invest €15 million in research into the human health effect of plastic. The European Union is already funding research into the effect of microplastic on fetuses and babies, as well as the immune system. According to a recent study, microplastics can attach to the outer membranes of the red blood cells, limiting their ability to transport oxygen. The particles have also been found in pregnant women's placentas and in pregnant rats. They pass quickly through the lungs into the fetuses, heart, brains, and other organs. More detailed research on how micro and nanoplastic affect structures and processes of human body and whether and how they can transform cell and induce carcinogenesis is urgently needed, particularly in light of exponential increase in plastic production. The problem is becoming more pressing by the day, said Vithak. Question: how many anonymous donors were taken to examine blood samples? How many donors' bodies had plastic particles? How many times microplastic were higher in baby feces than in adult feces? Which social enterprise working to reduce plastic pollution funded the new study? Will the problem caused by plastic be reduced or get more worse? I will wait for your answers in the comment box. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my efforts. Good luck.